Hello students, welcome to all of you. So this is our second lecture on the climate of India. Earlier we discussed about some characteristics of the climate of India. Today we'll discuss the type of seasons that are present in the Indian scenario. So here it is, let's start. So India's climate is characterized by 4 distinct seasons. One more thing I will tell you, that here we have shown you all of the pages that are present in your book, Pearson book. Here all of them are being covered, and following to that I will be showing you the notes that I have provided to you. Here they are. So anytime when you get any kind of confusion from the notes, you can go through the pages from the book also, and just you can get your concept clear by then. So here there are 4 seasons. First is hot dry summer season, which is commencing from March to May. Rainy season or advancing monsoon or northwest monsoon season from June to September. Then there is retreating monsoon from October to November. Then there is colder winter season, December to February. So first is hot dry summer season, which commences from March to May. So what happens during the hot dry summer season? After 20th March, the apparent movement of the overhead sun is northward till it is directly overhead the Tropic of Cancer on 20th June, which is summer solstice. Here you can see the position of the summer solstice. So from March to June to summer solstice, the movement of the sun is towards the Tropic of Cancer, that is towards the north of the equator. So when the earth moves from this position to this, the sun is moving northward from the equator, that is from the equator. It was earlier on the equator, overhead on the equator, but till then it reaches here, the overhead sun will reach the Tropic of Cancer on this very position. So what are the results of this? With this, mean maximum temperature begins to rise. In May, this temperature is 48 degrees Celsius in Thar Desert, southern Punjab, Haryana and western Uttar Pradesh, whereas the peninsular part observes mean maximum temperature of 30 degrees Celsius. Due to the continentality, you can say, here the temperature is a bit reduced, whereas in the northwestern part of India it is rising. You can notice over here 48 degrees Celsius is there by the time it reaches the month. Then what are the results of this march of sun towards the overhead, overhead towards the Tropic of Cancer? A low pressure trough is established over northern plains, whereas high pressure develops over the adjoining water bodies, the Bay of Bengal and the Arabian Sea, due to lower temperature. Now I told you, if you remember, I told you in class 9th also, you discussed this, that how the low pressure conditions are created and how the high pressure conditions are created. Low pressure conditions are always created due to high temperature. So since the northwestern part of India observes very high temperature during the month of May and June, it causes a low pressure trough to be made over this north central part of India. Okay, so here you can see the mean maximum temperature trend in the month of May into various parts of India. These are isotherms showing the equal temperature areas. These are the isotherms. So this is what happens during the summer season in Indian scenario. Then some local winds are also there, like Loo. These are hot dusty winds blowing over northern plains. Then there are mango showers, which are rain showers in coastal plains of Kerala and Karnataka. These are very good for mango crops, that's why they are called mango showers. Nor'westers, These are heavy showers over northwestern part of northern plains caused by subtropical westerly jet streams. Now nor'westers are given different names in different regions like Kal Baisakhi. These are nor'westers in the southern part of West Bengal and also called calamity of Baisakh. These are caused by inflow of warm moist air from Bay of Bengal towards trough over Jharkhand. It is beneficial for jute and paddy crop. Next is Bardoichila. These are nor'westers, another name given to nor'westers in different region of Assam. So nor'westers in Assam are called Bardoichila. It benefits the tree crop. So the detail, if you want, you can go through the book pages. Like here you can see local winds. So next is our advancing monsoon season, which is the season of the northwest monsoon also. So how does it approach? In summer, intense heating of northern plains causes low pressure conditions over these areas. I told you how the low pressure conditions occur over the northern plains due to intense heating in the months of May and June. So this intense heating created low pressure conditions over these areas, and high pressure conditions exist over Bay of Bengal, Arabian Sea and Indian Ocean. Since these water bodies are comparatively cooler to that of the northern plains, they occupy the higher pressure conditions, which causes the formation of onshore southwest monsoon. So what happens? Low pressure conditions are created over the landmass, northwestern landmass of India, and high pressure conditions are created over these water bodies. So what happens is that the wind starts blowing, onshore southwest monsoon winds starts blowing from these water bodies towards the Indian subcontinent. And second thing what happens is intertropical convergence zone, ITCZ, located at equator also shifts northward with march of overhead sun towards Tropic of Cancer after 20th March. This I told you earlier also, that how from the month of March to May the march of overhead sun approaches towards the Tropic of Cancer, which results in the low pressure conditions to prevail over the northwestern part of India or the northern part of India especially. So this ITCZ, one thing you have to understand that this ITCZ shifts according to the position of the sun. Like if the sun is having the position over Tropic of Cancer, so ITCZ will automatically shift towards the Tropic of Cancer, which will result in the high pressure conditions to prevail over the north part of India. So monsoon trough is created. In May and June, ITCZ now lies over Ganga plains, which gets covered by an elongated zone of low pressure extending roughly from Rajasthan to Odisha. This low pressure area is called the monsoon trough. Then southeast trade winds upon reaching the equator are forcefully pulled towards India, which gets deflected towards right due to Coriolis force and forms southwest monsoon. So you know that trade winds, the trend of the trade winds we discussed in the 9th standard also. So these southeast trade winds, when they reach the equator and they cross the equator, you know that the Coriolis force, due to the Coriolis force, the deflection towards the right that occurs in the northern hemisphere. So when they reach the northern hemisphere, southeast trade winds reach the northern hemisphere, due to Coriolis force they just deflect towards right, and which forms the southwest monsoon. So actually these are trade winds, southeast trade winds, that form the southwest monsoons. Then there is monsoon burst. Monsoon burst is the sudden arrival of southwest monsoon with thunder, lightning and heavy rainfall. Then there are two branches of this southwest monsoon. Actually, the major season of rainfall in India is the southwest monsoon, predominantly in the northwestern region of India, and it has two branches, Arabian Sea branch and Bay of Bengal branch. We'll discuss about these two branches in the next lecture. Till then, you go through the types of seasons and advancement of monsoon, since it is a very important topic and leaving just a single line will cost you a lot. So just go through it properly, go through the pages of the book as well. I'll see you in the next lecture. Thank you very much. Take care.